Hello students, myself Ajit Kumar from TechNeogen. Students, today we'll see you can say a basic XAMPP server tutorial. That is, you can say it will be basically into PHP MyAdmin. Okay, so we'll see that some basic select query, insert query, and you can say your delete query. Okay, that means first of all we will insert some data into PHP MyAdmin dashboard panel, and after that you can say we will select that data and then we'll delete few of data from those tables, right? So students, will start. Before starting, I will request you to subscribe the channel, press the bell notification icon so that you can take the advantage of the newly uploaded videos, and like the video if you like it, and definitely share with your friends, students. So we'll start over here. First of all, to check that we have to on the Apache. Okay, we have to start the Apache, and basically we are into, let's say, MySQL. So you have to start this. Okay, and for this you have to go to localhost, type localhost, and then see whether it comes or not. Now see over here, PHP MyAdmin tab is being there. So now I will click over here, and I have some, you can say, first of all, let's see, we'll create a database. Okay, suppose a database sample or student or faculty, you can say. Let us take today faculty database, right? And can say I will create this. Now see over here where we have to create the table. Okay, so to perform those queries, select query, delete query, and you can say insert queries, you have to first of all create the database. Then inside that database you have to create the, you can say, table. So now the name, you can say give faculty table like this. Okay, and the number of rows will make it shorter. Okay, so that you cannot be bored like this. Okay, so first of all you have to give the column names. Okay, this is the table name, right? And inside you have to insert the column names, and see over here it is showing as add one column. If you try to add, click on go, then one more column will be added. So first of all we'll take as faculty ID, then it would be, you can say, you can take int value to be 20, then keep as it is all this. Okay, and now what we'll do is we will take some faculty name, right? Then it should varchar, it should be varchar. Okay, so you can say name should not more than, you can say, 255. So now we'll take the faculty qualification, quali, I will write, I will make it shorter. Then you can take qualification is also, you can say, under 255 characters, right? So we have taken that. Now what we'll do is we will create the contact number. Okay, contact number like this. Contact number should be, can say, you can take big int because mobile number is of 10 digits, so you can take like this. Okay, because sometimes it doesn't allow you to 10 numbers, right? So what we'll do is we will save this. Okay, see over here the table with these columns has been created over here, right? The creation part is done. Now what we'll do is we will insert the things. So for inserting, you can go to this SQL statement. Okay, or you can directly insert it, but I will say you that if you are learning the you can say the concept, then you should try to do with a programming way like this. Okay, else you can do it directly with by going to the structure also, right? So means this over here, insert, you can directly go over here and insert the values, but no, what we'll do is we will go through query format. Okay, so that we can study a little bit. Okay, insert into your table is faculty table. Okay, insert into faculty table. If the name, the entity name will come as it is, by defaultly it comes that you have created. Okay, so insert, then you can say what faculty ID we have created, then comma, then faculty name we have created, then comma, faculty call we have created, then comma, I guess contact number we have created, right? So we'll close over here, and then values as whatever it may be, values you can say, I will take my name. Okay, and then again comma, and the faculty name, what will be the faculty name then? So faculty, okay, this is the faculty ID, sorry. Okay, so what I will do is I will make faculty ID as 101 because we have taken as integer number, right? Now faculty ID, faculty call, you can say masters, right? Then you can say comma, and then enter the contact number. Contact number, what you can, anything, you can say any mobile number, then you will close it and a semicolon. First of all, we will copy paste it. If something goes wrong, then we'll able to update it, else the whole, okay, go over here, okay, fine. See over here, one row has been inserted. If this successful message comes, then only you can say your table, the data is being inserted into your table, right? So now what, fastly we will do one more. Okay, so I have copy pasted that, I will make the same, and I will change with another. Let's take the brand name, you can say, then qualification maybe professional, enter what it is, okay, and the number I am again randomly, okay, fine, 10 numbers. Now we'll go over here and go like this. See, now we'll check, see over here, it comes over here. These are the column name, these are the values that we have put it now, inserted now. If you go in insert tab, then also it's possible, you can enter like this, okay, and write as it is. You can say faculty name, whatever, computer science, like this, and faculty qualification, MSc, like this, and the number like anything between, you can say 440, yes, done. Now go, see over here, you have, see again it comes as one row inserted. So now we'll check, we have done with both the way. Now this much is enough. What we'll do is, now we'll go to the SQL and perform the select statement, select query statement. For what we are taking that? For selecting the data from the table. So over here, see, you can take the where clause, that means the condition would be specified inside this, right? The condition you can specify, or else you can go directly by this. Select star from this star, if you take, if you write over here, execute with using star, then definitely it will print all the tables data. See over here, printed, showing rows. If red, in red color, if it shows, then the error is there. If it is showing in green color, you can say it is success, right? So it's done. Now what we'll do is, Again, we'll go to the select query, and we'll try with specifying some condition, that is select faculty name, okay, from faculty table, where you can say where your faculty ID is equal to, you can say 101, like this, and you can click, and we'll go over here. See, it shows only the faculty name where the faculty ID is 101. Let's check, is it right? Yes, 101's faculty ID is the faculty name it displayed. Fine, students. So the till now the insert and select are done. Now the last one will do, that is delete query. So in delete query, we will say, again we'll take the delete query, delete, okay. If you want to delete whole table, the whole table will be deleted, okay. And if you want to delete the whole database, then also possible. That is the different thing, we'll see in any other lecture. But first of all, the video that we have started for the topics, that is delete query, select query and insert query, that we complete first. So first of all, we'll delete some one data, then we'll possible to delete the whole data possible, okay. Fine. So faculty delete from faculty table. Now you can say where clause, means a particular specified data you have to delete, then you have to mention like this, where faculty ID is equal to, or name you can say, okay, faculty name is equal to, see, like this, in quotes you have to give it. If it is character, if it is number, then you can directly mention as like this, number. So take care of these things, right? So what we'll do is faculty name is, you can say, Tech Niyojan, okay. So now what we'll do is we'll run this query. That means we are deleting from faculty table the data where the faculty name is this Tech Niyojan. So go, see, it asks why it has been you can say confirmed you, because if the data is deleted, you know, if something is deleted, it can't revert back, but other processes are there to get retrieval for those data. But for a normal thing, you can say if the data is being deleted, it can't be reversed in normal cases. This, see, now we'll check the, see over here, the 101 is there, 103 is there, but 102 has been deleted. Now what we'll do is we'll delete the whole table, okay. Now what we'll do is we'll try to delete the whole entire table's data. So for that, what we have to do is we have to simply fire this delete from this over here. No star will be there, as like select, see, right? It will delete the whole table. See, again he is asking the confirmation that whether you want to really want to execute this or delete the. Now we'll check, see, full blank, okay, full, the data has been deleted, but the table columns are there, table is there. Okay students, so I guess you understood this and hope you enjoyed this video. Little bits I go on slowly, right? So till then, I will request you once again, subscribe the channel, like the video if you like it, and definitely share this video with your friends, students, and will again come with like these videos of HTML programming, XAMPP server connection, PHP, MySQL, and Android you can say, or and this Python programming and all. Till then, thank you, have a good day.